Oh, shut up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Could I have a water?
You guys ready? Is everybody good?
Almost.
So what they want to do is have us hang out in the room over here. These people are all riled up.
Well, let me rephrase that. If you'd rather just stay where you are, that's fine as well. It's up to you guys. We're going to open this up with probably a minute before air. And then
Yeah, how long before that happens?
Brian was signed.
I've been told that didn't help.
Okay.
We can go in 60 seconds if you guys are ready.
There you go.
Reveal. 60 seconds.
You guys,
60 seconds, is that what you said?
yeah, you guys.
All right.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's go in 60 seconds.
Oh, we're starting with the banjo.
We're starting with the banjo.
Okay.
Whatever that means. Good luck. Sorry?
When does the banjo switch to another instrument?
No one knows.
We don't know.
But I'll tell you before it happens.
Hello, everyone. Make sure that if you're taking pictures, there's no flash. Put the camera or the phones on vibrate, please. I would appreciate that very much.
And so will you.
So with the band, especially the band. I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't care, but they really care. So, no, I'm kidding. Make sure
30
you make
seconds.
lots of noise here in just a few seconds when I start gesticulating wildly. That's usually how I do it. Seems to work. I don't know.
Okay then. Go for him.
They'll come to life in just a moment. Lauren?
Will you?
15 seconds. 10, 9,
Tough
8,
band.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the big room here at the Alternative Station, it is Flogging Molly, live tonight at the LC. Come out and see him. We'll chat a little bit, but first, a song.
Good. All right. Let's do a little thing off our new album. It's a thing about being human, which I know nothing about. It's a song called Saints and Sinners. Saints and sinners are but we, twisted wrecks of symmetry, like folk now split against this rising reprieve. Saints and sinners are each other's company we seek. Though we took our separate paths, back to the room where we collapsed. On buildings full of living bricks, cemented walls, a dangerous fix. Our saints and sinners are begrudgers who will never mix. Contemplating right from wrong now. In retrospect, we don't get on now. So I'm beginning, here we come. Who are the chosen ones? Consequences, who you've been. We're in damnation, same friends with saints. And we're sinners, nothing more than lost beginners. Though now Saint Law has a past, so may the sinner's future last. Every ghost still has a haunt where he or she feel they belong. All possessing tortured souls, confessing all that's yet to be. Oh, saints and sinners are lunatics of vicious breed. So I'm beginning, here we come. Who are the chosen ones? Consequences to your bed. We're in damnation, Saint Prince, we're saints. And we're sinners, nothing more than lost beginners. Though not facing errors, faulty tell of heaven clouds to all the saints. And the sinners, nothing more than lost beginners. So I spend cryptic guillotine, heads will roll for all to see.
Darkness, the new album, LC, tonight. Grab your tickets, come out and party with us. It's going to be a great time.
He sounds like a DJ. Hello and welcome to the LC. I love it.
Hey Dave, I understand that song went through many forms, many mutations before it was done. Saints and Sinners, everybody brought something to the table. It was very collaborative.
Well, it's like that with every song.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we usually, I mean, when you're in a band where we have, you know, you've got 7 people, the last thing you want to do is sit around and not have anything to work on. So what we do is we have an idea, and then the 7 of us just, you know, turn it into what you hear at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And so it's not so hard to, as you did for at least some of this album, live under the same roof, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've done that. We did that with Float as well, and it really, we work a lot better like that. You know, it's strange. I mean, most 3-piece bands couldn't handle being with each other for like 5 minutes, but like, you know, last night was our first gig on the tour, and you're looking at 4 very hungover people right now.
Yeah.
So there's 5 of us?
Oh, there is? See how hungover I am?
You have to take a roll before you do anything, right? With so many people in the band, and you know, as you said.
I mean, it's good. I mean, you know, we work really well together like that. I mean, you know, it's. I mean, this is our 5th album. It is our 5th album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, got that right. Yeah, I mean, we work really well together like that, you know.
Are you seeing 2 of him right now?
I thought there was 3.
Just talk to the one in the middle. There you go. Well, you guys are troopers getting up so early and coming with guns blazing. What are we going to hear now?
No one knows.
No one knows.
A little new song off our album. It's like, you know, we wrote the album between Ireland and the city of Detroit. And, you know, both places are, unfortunately right now, the biggest export is the people. And it's really sad. I mean, you know, I mean, Ireland went through a boom there for a while, and now that's gone. And people are moving to Australia and Canada. And Columbus. And, you know, but, no, it's tough times for everybody, and we want to, you know, we don't want to run away from that as a band. We were surrounded by it, and so we want to sing about that. You know, we don't have the solution, but if we can raise our voices, I think that helps, you know.
Well, sure. Don't you think it's like you can't count on the powerful to look out for us now? And I think that's kind of what I take away from the album, is that, hey, let's look out for each other, let's have a good time, let's smile. And it's okay to talk about this stuff and realize we're all in it together.
Exactly, that's a great way of putting it. I mean, I think you have to celebrate the good and the bad, and I think by people coming out to shows and hearing about it, I mean, it kind of gets it off your back a bit, you know, I hope. I mean, it does for us anyway, you know. I mean, we've seen friends move away, and, you know, it's hard, but at the same time, we've got to stick together, you know, and work in it together.
Exactly. Well said, even in a hungover state there, Dave.
That's my good hand right now.
Flogging Molly at the LC tonight, Speed of Darkness, the latest record, and they're hanging out with us in the big room today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Anyway, Revolution. Ready? Yeah. spent 27 years in this factory. Now the boss man says, hey, you're not what you need. The penguins in the suits, they know nothing but greed. It's a solitary life with your mouths to feed. But who cares about us? Now I'm back on the streets with my hands held shut. I'm a working man without any work. But is this the way it's meant to be? Because I signed on for the American dream. Now I ride my way to the welfare scheme. The money in the bank, but it's history. So take me down to where the worlds collide, and leave me here till I'm satisfied. So let the revolution begin. Now I drag these bones across the barren land, where once a city, now an outstretched hand. We can't lose our sense of dignity while the fat-faced cats laugh off the tree. Another disappearing night falls off the stage while the shirts are a backseat refugee. So take me down to where worlds collide, and leave me here till I'm satisfied. 'Cause there'll come a day when all of us will show we won't be afraid. Although we're crashing, we won't burn. Let the revolution begin. Years in this factory. Now the boss man says, hey, you're not what we need. The penguins in the suits, they know nothing but greed. It's a solitary life when your mouth's the feed. So take me down to where the worlds collide, leave me here till I'm satisfied. Yeah, take me down to where the worlds divide, leave me here. I won't compromise, 'cause there'll come a day when all of us will show we won't be afraid. 'Cause from these ashes we will grow. Let the revolution begin. Begin.
You touched on working and living a bit in Detroit as you worked on the record. That's a big song from that part of your production, is it not?
Yeah, living in Detroit, but we're doing the album. We wrote it in myself and Brady's basement, and you know, all around you, like, I mean, you go walking the dog and stuff like that, and there's houses that are just like, I'm sure it's the same here in certain places, but there's houses that are just empty, you know, and it's really, really sad. And you know, as a musician, we don't have the answers, you know, but as I said before, we'll sure as hell sing about it. You know, I think that's our job as a band is to sing about it. We have a job.
Did you get a time to just talk to random people in Detroit, get their thoughts on their work? Because you were seeing it from an outsider's perspective, and so you're going to see it differently. They would get used to perhaps the circumstances around them, but you could see it with a fresh eye.
Well, I think the thing about the album is that when you talk to people on the streets, you would never know that there is a problem. And it's like that in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
People's, you know, they put their backs up and they really, people at the end of the day do have pride, you know, and the fat cats don't see that, and hopefully someday they will. But
So that's the revolution, right? The
revolution has to start here first.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta first revolutionize yourself, and then we'll all revolutionize each other.
Well put. Well put. Now I'm going to change gears severely here. Rupert Murdoch, I understand, hacked one of your cell phones, and this picture came out. It's
Dennis with in one hand a bottle of Crown Royal and his arm around Dave Grohl. Does anybody recall him?
Pants too.
What's that?
Dave Grohl's wearing hammer pants.
Hammer pants. What are hammer pants for the?
Those pants he was wearing was ridiculous.
Now, describe the pants if you.
Dance too.
Yeah, he can do the hammer dance too.
Yeah, what is the hammer dance? What's the hammer pants? I'm not. Oh, you mean like hammer time?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an Irish thing. Oh, don't be hammer pants. MC Hammer, of course. Yeah. Well, this photo. Yeah. Now I see what you're talking about. Where was this? Switzerland.
No, that was Milan.
No,
Switzerland. That was
Nobody has any recollection. Yeah.
because of this. It's because of that bottle Dennis is holding in his hand.
Yeah, it's. I should point out. I'll hold it up to the audience. The bottle is, for the most part, empty.
And I think that was Dave, not you, Dennis.
Yeah.
That was Dave's bottle.
That was Dave's bottle, yeah.
No. Well, far out. It sounds like a good time. Dave's everywhere, so I'm glad.
They're good people.
They are good
Good
people.
people.
Absolutely. Flogging Molly in the big room. You can see him at the LC tonight, and also Speed of Darkness. The latest album is available for you to purchase wherever you prefer to purchase albums. We would suggest an indie record store. How about that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
How about another song?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
This is something off our last album this time for you. This is a Little Thing Requiem for a Dying Song. Ready, kiddies? How do we start it?
This is government with crept across our backs. When you order up the days, don't listen and attack. I see the blood run down in a bushwhack town. Revolution is the game, they call it coconut's clown. Gonna abolish the piano from the taxman's gun.
Flogging Molly in the big room. And now
That was good.
I like the lyrical reference there at the end to the Sex Pistols.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. Now, we take questions via the email when we have big rooms, and Vic wants to know about this pairing for the tour with Clutch, because it seems to him an unusual pairing. Thoughts? For the uninitiated, Clutch, bluesy, heavy rock band, right?
Well, you know, the thing that we've learned being in a band like Flogging Molly is that, you know, one night, just to put them briefly, one night we headlined a punk rock festival in Blackpool in England. The next night we did a folk festival with the Chieftains and Richard Thompson. And the next night we played with Motorhead. So, you know, that's the way it is. I mean, music is music, and it's like, you know, everybody is, it's so easy to try and put everybody into categories, and we totally don't agree with that, you know.
I think that's a good philosophy to have. You have more experiences that way, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's fun. It's nice playing with bands that are completely different than you are.
Absolutely.
And it'd be boring for everybody else as well.
Absolutely.
You know?
And do you like to, if you were to play a Motorhead show, you got to work hard to win over that crowd, right? You know, they're cranky,
I
aren't
don't
they?
know, it just seems to, I don't know.
It works?
Yeah, it just works.
All right, drinking contest. Flogging Molly versus Lemmy. Who wins?
I don't think Lemmy drinks that much. Is that a bar?
We have 2 bars in the building, by the way.
Oh, look who's behind the bar, it's Lemmy. Oh.
So last night, what was the drink of choice that brought you to your hungover state today? When you open a tour, is it something?
Yeah, as I said, like it's been like this for all the years we've been together. The first night we get together, it just turns into mayhem.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's lots of different things floating around.
That's the problem.
It's like our music, we mix it a lot.
What is it? Wine before beer, never fear, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
At this point, who knows, right?
You should follow those rules more often.
What the hell. Now, if somebody were to find you tonight at the LC and buy you a drink, you'd oblige, right? You'd just go ahead and...
I wouldn't want people spending their money. They've already spent their money coming into the show. I mean, it's like, you know what?
Good answer. All right, buy your own damn drinks, Dave.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, before we turn Flogging Molly loose to go lay in the heat, or whatever you guys choose, could we perhaps be favored with one more?
One more? Okay.
All right.
What do you want to do? Yeah. You want to do we don't really do this. We might as well do it now because you just put us on the spot. So, I can do 3 songs. That'll be enough. Yeah, no, he hates me.
I'm going to go downstairs and drink. This is hand-to-hand combat here.
Tell you, those glasses and that hairstyle, you and me together. By the way, this is little Orphan Annie hairstyle. So, sorry. Let's do World Life.
My life. If I ever leave this world alive, I'll come back down and sit beside your feet tonight. Wherever I am, you'll always be more than just a memory. If I ever leave this world alive. Take on all the sadness that I've left behind. If I ever leave this world alive, the madness that you feel will soon subside. So in a word, don't shed a tear. I'll be here when it all gets weird. If I ever leave this world alive. Good luck, Dennis.
Beautiful.
A lot of fun.
Flogging Molly in the big room. One more time! We return things now to Control Central.
Hopefully this is the last water of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.